Morning team. Today I'm going to give you my top 5 tips to speed up your compost. Let's get into it. All right, tip number 1 is to have your compost bins in full sunlight. So we're lucky in this position, we get sunlight from probably about 9 in the morning, and the sun just tracks around and we're getting sun until about 4, 5 in the afternoon. So getting sunlight to your compost bins is especially important in winter. We want to make sure they get lots of heat, and that's going to speed up your compost. Okay, tip number 2, if you're using some sort of system like this where you've got different bays of compost, you've got to flip that compost quite regularly. We're trying to get oxygen to all those bacteria, little organisms that are going to break down the compost. So let's get flipping. You can see that this compost at the moment is quite grass heavy. Been mowing the lawns a bit this summer, but we've been in a drought. So this is actually a bit dry at the moment. We're about to get some rain today. So tip number 3 is we want to get this compost moist. If it's dry, it's just not going to rot down as quickly. So if you have the ability to water your compost as you're layering it up, that is going to speed up the decomposition. Now, hopefully this rain that we're about to get is going to water this for me and speed up this compost. Being grass rich is going to speed it up quite a lot. Tip number 4 is this. Try to layer up your compost with green and browns. So green waste is stuff like anything that you've chopped down that's fresh from your garden. It might be like something that's actually green. It can also be kitchen scraps, so peelings from your fruit and vegetables, anything like that. Browns are going to be things like cardboard or shredded paper or sticks or branches or rotten material from your garden. Layer these up, and that is going to help your compost speed up. If you just do one stack of grass or one stack of shredded paper, it's going to be a very, very slow compost. If you want fast compost, you got to layer it up. Tip number 5 is introduce some soil from your garden that you have already. If you have some worms, let's get them in there. I've just uncovered the top of this compost bin, and as you can see, we've got a heap of worms in there. This compost bin is only 3 weeks old. I think we put this whole thing together in 3 weeks, so about 3 weeks ago, and we've got old cardboard. This was at the bottom, so the worms have been bringing this up, and they love the cardboard. So if you can introduce some worms to your compost. That is really going to speed it up. Now, this is a bonus tip. Don't be too grossed out, but you can actually use human urine to speed up your compost. So when urine comes out of the body, it's actually sterile, it's very high in nitrogen and phosphorus, depending on how protein rich your diet is, the higher the nitrogen is going to be. The higher the nitrogen, the quicker that this compost is going to decompose. So if you're not going to get too grossed out by it and you can do it in a way that isn't going to offend people, you could take a wee in your compost. It's going to speed it up. Now just remember guys, you don't have to have heaps of money to do this composting. Okay, yes, I've got like some sort of wooden bay system here, but you can just make something that's a few bucks and it's going to give you compost just as well. You know what? You could do it with even out this. You could just stick it in a pile in the corner of your garden and it's going to decompose. So good luck, and let's get composting. All right, so there you have it. My top 5 tips, well, and the bonus for composting and speeding up your compost. Get composting, give it a go. If you're at home in quarantine in this isolation lockdown period, just get it going and you're going to have compost in probably a month, 6 weeks, 8 weeks time. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up if you like this video. Really helps the channel. Ciao.